Welcome to the latest episode of the Mount Vernon vlog. It is a beautiful morning here, as you can see, not a cloud in the sky. It is unbelievable. I'm really lucky today. I'm gonna be hanging out with the livestock department and we are going to be shearing a sheep. It is currently sheep shearing season here at Mount Vernon. As you probably know, George Washington was a farmer, and on Mount Vernon he had a lot of animals, sheep being one of the most important. So I'm looking forward to going to the livestock department and learning more about, the function of the sheep here historically and also modern day. So let's get to it, right? What's up, guys? I just found Lisa and here I am with her, and we're going to talk a little bit about the sheep shearing and the history behind it before we get to it. So I got a few questions for you, Lisa. I hope you don't mind if I kind of grill you on all of this. Is that cool?
That's fine.
All right, cool.
I'm Lisa Pregen. I am the manager of the livestock department. I have been working at Mount Vernon with the livestock for 23 years now.
Wow. So you kind of like it here?
Maybe a little.
What do you love about working at Mount Vernon?
This is my office. I work with animals. Kind of have the best of both worlds. Get to work with the animals and educate people from all over the world about the importance of livestock in colonial times. So this is Essie. She's one of our Hog Island ewes that will be sheared this coming weekend. And as you can see, her fleece, she's about ready to be sheared.
Wow, that's really deep wow.
She's got a pretty nice coat. Hers is a little shorter than some that we have that shear this year. Some of our sheep, because we had such a mild winter, have a much longer fleece.
Oh, really?
A lot of their energy, Tilly has a lot to say. A lot of their energy when it's cold goes into staying warm. Where if it's not quite as cold, a lot of that energy goes into the actual fleece.
What was done with wool that was sheared in the 18th century?
After it was sheared from the sheep, it would have been cleaned, usually by putting it in warm water. Sheep naturally secrete an oil called lanolin, which is used in a lot of hand lotions. Makes your hands very soft. So the lanolin would rise to the top, and then after that you begin the processing of the wool. So the carding, and then spinning, and then weaving.
After the war, I looked this up online, he had 283 sheep, and by the time he died he had 640 sheep. Was wool one of his primary sources of income? Is that what it was?
Well, sheep were multi-purpose back in colonial times, so you definitely would have used the wool to make clothing, blankets, any kind of staple like that. The wool would have been used for. They also served a purpose for meat, as well as fertilizer. So his 7-year crop rotation down at the Pioneer Farm site, he introduced the sheep to one of the fields where they would eat and pass manure, and that would fertilize the field for him. We're going to shear a ram today named Meatloaf.
Oh, awesome. Can he sing like a bat out of hell for us?
He can certainly try.
Okay.
He probably will try.
Awesome. All right. Cool. Let's do it.
Shearing with using hand shears is actually a fairly easy chore that we have to do. This is basically all we need. So we have our hand shears. These are made by Bergen & Ball, which is a company in England where George Washington bought his shears from.
No way.
They've been around since 1730. So
That's
we
amazing.
still get the same, not the same, but still get shears from the same company. This is basically it. I've got a bucket of soapy water to rinse my shears off if there's a lot of lanolin that gets on them. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we're ready to go. The amount of time it takes to shear one sheep kind of varies. For us, it takes anywhere from about 20 minutes to maybe 40. It kind of depends on how the sheep is behaving, how sharp our shears are, and the quality of the wool. Oh, you burped in my face. It's so nice of you. Alright. I guess we should give you a quick pedicure. Would you like a pedicure?
I got it.
I think it went fairly well. Meatloaf was a very good boy. As you can see, he just kind of relaxed and laid there, which is always helpful.
That never happens?
It's very rare.
Really?
And I didn't shear him in the the traditional shearing way. There's positions that you can put the sheep in.
Okay.
But we just laid him on his side because he is such a big boy.
Thank you again for doing that. That was really cool to see that in person. I've never seen shearing before.
Good.
So to be able to literally just step out of my office and come over here and see you guys, casually shear sheep, that was really great. So thank you.
Glad you could join us.
And hopefully, well, I sound kind of mean, but hopefully I could be wearing Meatloaf's wool as a cape one day. Who knows?
Sure thing.
I feel like a jerk saying that, but sorry, Meatloaf.
That's what it's for. He'll grow it back next year.
Great. Well, Lisa, thank you again. I learned so much today, and I'll see you around.
All right. Thanks,
Cool.
Ethan.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
So I just got back from sheep shearing with the livestock department. It was awesome. Bringing it back to George Washington. This place, the estate could easily just be the mansion and a few empty buildings that people could walk around and enjoy. But the Mount Vernon Ladies Association have made it their mission so that you're really transported back to the 18th century. So we don't have to have sheep, but they do, and it takes a lot of time and care to watch after these animals. And they use them as Washington would have used them back in the 18th century. They use them for, I don't know if they do fertilizer, but you use them for wool. It definitely lends itself to a more authentic experience. And again, thank you guys. It's really cool what you do. If you want to see more of this cool stuff, especially here at Mount Vernon, please tune in to our next episode. I promise it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool. And yeah, trying to work on some more great stuff for you guys. So thanks again for joining, and I'll see you next time.